everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 10th of June 2021. Starting with very first question, Aravali Forest area where the Supreme Court directed to remove all encroachments is located along which Indian state? What do you understand by the term encroachments? It means intrusion of any person or any other living being on any place beyond the acceptable limits. So recently, the Supreme Court of India has directed the state government of Haryana as well as Faridabad Municipal Corporation to remove all the encroachments in Aravali Forest near a village in Faridabad. And these encroachments also consist of around 10,000 residential constructions. So the Supreme Court has also directed compliance reports from the state authorities in this regard as well. Means is the residential constructions are legal or they are illegal. Now Haryana was also in news because Haryana government has amended the rules for conduct of business in assembly, and through this new provisions have been added to maintain the decorum of state assembly there at Haryana. And what are they? For example, now new rule says that at least 2 ministers should be present at every sitting of the house. And one more example is members cannot now tear off the documents in the house during their protest. Like this is very common and we often see this in the news that opposition party take the document and tear it off. So now this is banned in Haryana. Now nobody can do this under the new rules. Now few days back we have talked about Satpura Tiger Reserve. Why it was in news? Because this tiger reserve has been added in the UNESCO list and this reserve lies in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Question number 2. Which of the following schemes is a food security scheme launched by the Union government as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package? So recently the government of India has launched the food security scheme named as Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. So you need to remember the full form of this acronym as well. It's Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana and it is the part of our Atmanirbhar Bharat package which aims to provide free food grains to all the poor and the migrant laborers. And recently the Prime Minister has announced that the scheme would be extended till Diwali 2021, which means till November. So the conclusion is that more than 80 crores of people would continue to avail the benefits under this scheme. Okay. Now talking about all the schemes written here, first one is PM Fasal Bima Yojana. Actually this scheme replaces all the prevailing insurance schemes and the aim of this scheme is to tackle risk and the post-harvest loss which our farmers suffer, and also it contains adoption of technology to increase the yield. Now second is PMGSY means Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. As the name suggests, it will help in providing good all-weather road connectivity to unconnected villages, or you can say rural areas. And the fourth one is Prime Minister Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. This is a life insurance scheme and this scheme is available to people of age group 18 to 50 years. Now there is one campaign which is very famous, Surakshit Hum Surakshit Tum Abhiyan. This campaign has been launched by Niti Aayog and the purpose of it is to provide home care support to all the asymptomatic COVID-19 patients or to those patients who have mild symptoms of COVID-19. And talking about Niti Aayog, CEO is Amitabh Kant. So this thing is very relevant for your exam that this campaign is from Niti Aayog. Question number 3. Which regulatory body has barred Franklin Templeton Asset Management Company from launching new debt scheme for 2 years? So recently it has been found that Franklin Templeton Asset Management Company has violated the regulatory norms Of which organization? Of SEBI. And that's why, since SEBI is a market regulator, so it has imposed a penalty of 5 crore rupees on this company because it has violated the regulatory norms pertaining to total of 6 debt schemes, and that's why SEBI has banned Franklin Templeton company from launching any new debt scheme in India for next 2 years. Now SEBI was in news few days back because it has said that in any company, role of chairman and MD should be clearly distinguished and separated. Okay, and SEBI was also in news because it has fined the Reliance Industries Limited, whose MD is Mukesh Ambani. Why? Because they were carrying out manipulative trade in Reliance Petroleum Limited. Okay, so SEBI has imposed a penalty of 25 crore rupees on this organization. Chairman of SEBI is Mr. Ajay Tyagi because he had got an extension for 18 months and now he would be the chairman till Feb 2022. Question number 4. MH-60 Romeo helicopters are procured by Indian Navy from which country? So we are buying these helicopters from which country? So it's USA. Actually in 2020, India had signed a 16,000 crore rupees deal with the USA to buy 24 numbers of MH-60 Romeo helicopters. So the first batch of total 3 helicopters would be handed over to India by the USA in which month? In the next month, July 2021. So for this purpose, a batch of Indian pilots have reached the USA to be trained to operate these choppers. Now few months back, there was a helicopter called Ingenuity helicopter, and it was in news here and there, means it was frequently in news for the whole time. Why? First of all, it belonged to NASA and it is a technical helicopter which has a power to fly to other planets. So this helicopter was put by NASA on which planet? On Mars. Actually, main challenge of any helicopter on Mars is the low temperature of the planet, because here the temperature is around minus 130 degrees Celsius, which is extremely low, and such a low temperature can freeze and crack the batteries in the craft. But somehow this helicopter survived and 3 flights were successful back to back. Finally, in the last month, in May, the rover of NASA, which is Perseverance, recorded a video and captured some images of 4th flight of this helicopter on Mars there. So this is the 4th successful flight of this helicopter on Mars. Fine. Question number 5. The United Nations Economic and Social Council, which is ECOSOC, has how many members? First comes first, why this organization is in news? Because India has been recently elected to this organization or this council for a term from 2022 to 2024 by way of voting by secret ballot. So India would be presiding this council for this time period, and this organization is one of the main organs of the United Nations and it consists of 54 members, and these members are elected every year for a term of 3 years. So if we talk about any council or any organization, you have to at least keep in mind which countries are there in it. Like in the previous lectures, we have talked very much about the BRICS, then there was SAARC. So you have to remember at least countries. Like BRICS consists of 5 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. South Africa is the latest one which has joined this organization in 2010. Similarly, SAARC contains 8 countries, and which are they? Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now one question for you. This I have already told you in just previous lecture. Can you tell me the headquarter of SAARC? Means where does its headquarter lie? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 6. Abdullah Shahid, who has been elected as the next president of the United Nations General Assembly, belongs to which country? So who is Abdullah Shahid? He is the foreign minister of Maldives, and recently he has been elected as the next president of the UN General Assembly. So he belongs to Maldives. And please note that this is the very first time the Maldives is to occupy the office of the president of UNGA, means United Nations General Assembly. So the 76th UNGA session, which is 2021 to 22, was the turn of the Asia Pacific group, and the election of the UNJ presidential post is held on annual basis. So this time Abdullah Shahid has got this opportunity to become president. Now few days back we have discussed about new president of Syria. Who was he? Bashar al-Assad. And talking about Syria, capital is Damascus and currency is Syrian pound. Similarly, talking about Maldives, here capital is Male, currency is Maldivian rupiah and president is Ibrahim Mohammed Saleh. See, these are the things from where your static GK questions can be framed. As we know that there are a lot of countries and you cannot remember the currency and the capital of each of them, but those countries which are in news, at least their capital and currency have to be remembered, okay? So since Maldives was in news because Abdullah Shahid, who is the foreign minister of this country, has been chosen to be president of UNGA, and that's why this country is important for you. So you need to remember the capital, currency and the president of this country. Question number 7. Which union ministry is set to release e-content for specially abled children? So it is the initiative of Ministry of Education and it includes digitally inclusive curriculum like ADTs. What is ADT? Accessible digital textbooks, and various type of supplementary learning material and sign language videos. So these things would help the specially abled children in studying, and these are part of the guidelines approved by the Ministry for Online Education for Differently Abled Children. And in this e-content, assistive technology, simplified lessons, multi-modal evaluation, these things would be included so that these children can easily understand. Fine. Now talking about Ministry of Education, it has launched e-Saksham scheme few days back. What is it? Basically it is a digital training program that focuses on development skills of 5 lakh college students and teachers in the domain of cyber security. So if you are ever asked what does e-Saksham scheme related to, then it is related to cyber security. And also Ministry of Education has decided that all the schools and hostels under Samagra Shiksha scheme will now be renamed after Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So do remember that these schools and hostels would be renamed after which freedom fighter? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Question number 8. A Coapensis has been identified recently as the biggest dinosaur of which country or region? So this has been identified at Australia, and this is the first time when its bones have been uncovered, and this is a part of Titanosaur family that lived about 100 million years ago, and it is estimated to had a height of 5 to 6.5 meters and a length of 25 to 30 meters. And based on the limb size comparisons, this new titanosaur which have been found in Australia is estimated to be in the top 5 largest dinosaurs in the world. Okay. Now Australia was in news because recently it has announced to cancel deals on BRI, that is Belt and Road Initiative. Actually earlier it has signed 2 agreements with China. First one in 2018, and here's agreement was signed to promote infrastructure development. Then finally in 2019 another deal was signed to bring in Chinese investment. But now both of these deals have been cancelled. Why? Due to Australia Foreign Relations Act, which says that you have to cancel all the agreements and deals signed between foreign country and state authorities. Okay, so that's the reason why Australia has cancelled these 2 agreements. Question number 9. Wayan, which is the first village to vaccinate all its adult population against COVID-19, is located in which state or union territory? So Wayan is the first village which has vaccinated all its adult population, and it is a remote village in Jammu and Kashmir under Bandipora district. And the vaccination in this village was covered under the Jammu Kashmir model, which is a 10-point strategy to vaccinate all eligible citizens at a rapid pace. And this union territory has also achieved 70% of vaccination for those who are in 45 plus age group. So this is a high achievement of Jammu and Kashmir. And also Kashmir was in news because here world's highest bridge called Chenab Bridge has been completed with finishing of the arc bottom of the bridge in which month? March. And also Jammu Kashmir was in news because recently it has got GI tag for its Gucci mushrooms. Now we have talked a lot of times about the GI tags. For example, Shahi Lychee is a fruit which has got GI tag and it's from Bihar. Bihar, another GI tag has been given to its Madhubani painting. We have discussed all of it, so I am not repeating it again. Just one question for you. You have to tell me the Kandhamal Haldi which has got GI tag is from which state? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 10. Surakshit Hum Surakshit Tum Abhiyan is an initiative of which institution? So this question we have already done. It is the initiative of Niti Aayog, and the aim of this campaign is to provide home care support to all the COVID-19 patients who are asymptomatic or mildly asymptomatic. And this campaign is a part of special initiative Aspirational Districts Collaborative. Now few days back we have discussed that similar to Niti Aayog, Government of Goa has established GIFT, means Goa Institution for Future Transformation, and it would be think tank of Goa. It will assist, advise and guide the government on policy making as well as its formulation and implementation. Now Niti Aayog was also in news because it has released its third edition of Sustainable Development Index for which year 2020 to 21, evaluating the progress of states with respect to social, economic and environmental parameters. So in this index, Kerala was the first among the states, and now you have to tell me which union territory was the first among all the union territories. Please do not forget to write your answers in the comment section. Question number 11. Which Indian footballer has surpassed Lionel Messi in international goals? So recently, Indian footballer Sunil Chhetri has completed his 74 goals for India, and he has surpassed Lionel Messi in the international goals. Recently, he has scored both goals in India's 2-0 win over Bangladesh at Doha, and this list is topped by Cristiano Ronaldo with a goal of 103. Now talking some more about the sports, Arjun Bhullar was in news few days back. Why? Because he is the first ever Indian fighter to become MMA world champion. Now also there was Italian Open 2021 in which Rafael Nadal has defeated Novak Djokovic. Now you have to tell me from which country Rafael Nadal belonged to. Do let me know in the comments. Question number 12. Which Indian state has announced to bestow awards in the lines of Bharat Ratna and Padma awards? So Assam cabinet has decided to institute the Assam Ratna Award, which would be presented every year to those who have made a significant contribution to the society. And the cabinet has also decided to present Assam Bhibhushan Award to 3 peoples, then Assam Bhushan Award to 5 peoples, and Assam Shri Award to 10 peoples. And the state would also award literary pension, sports pension and artist award every year. Okay, so this thing is very important, that Bhushan would be given to how much people, then Bhushan would be given to 5 and Shri would be given to 10 people. So this is Assam. Now apart from it, Assam was in news due to its, first of all, Patola Nach. What is it? It is a puppet art or puppet dance through which awareness was raised during this COVID-19 pandemic. Also Assam was in news because NABARD has helped Assam from RIDF, that is Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, through which Assam would be now assisted by NABARD. Talking about some GI tags from Assam, first is Muga silk, then there is Joha rice and Kaji Nemu. This is a variety of lemon. So these are important GI tags from Assam. Question number 13. India's first CAR T cell therapy, which was done recently, is used in treatment of which ailment? So the center has approved recently 19.15 crore rupees for conducting a first in human phase 1/2 clinical trial of the CAR T cells. So India's first CAR T cell therapy was done at the bone marrow transplant unit at ACT REC, which is located in Mumbai. And what is this CAR T? It's chimeric antigen receptor T cell. And this therapy is a type of gene therapy which is used in cancer treatment, especially in the patients suffering from acute leukemia. Also, we celebrate World Cancer Day on 4th of Feb, and the theme for this year was I am and I will. And we celebrate our National Cancer Awareness Day on 7th of November. So these are the two different things. Please do not get confused. Question number 14. With reference to the law enforcement, what is ANOM that was seen in the news recently? So this is an encrypted device network, or you can say chat app among the criminal via informants. So this is a basic messaging app. So under this operation, more than 800 suspected criminals have been arrested worldwide after using this encrypted messaging app. And the operation was jointly conceived by Australia and FBI. Various type of drugs, weapons and the luxury vehicles plus cash were also seized in this operation. So basically this is a messaging app. Now few days back you would have heard about Sandesh. What is it? This has been developed by NIC, means National Informatics Center, and it is also a type of messaging app similar to the WhatsApp. So only thing you have to keep in mind is this has been developed by NIC. Coming to last question, what is the IUCN Red List category of the North Atlantic right whale which was making news recently? First of all, why these whales are in news? Because as per recent study, the young generation of these whales are about 3 feet shorter than whales which used to be here 20 years ago. So there are various reasons for it, like collision with the ship, or you can say climate change or ocean pollution. Various reasons are there, and these whales are being classified into critically endangered by IUCN. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from past 2-3 days current affairs. You have to pause the video here and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. No matter how much you have gained, 1, 2 or 0, it's okay. With time, I'm sure that your score would also be improved. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today. And we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.